Breaking right now, at least 8 people have been shot at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade party in Kansas City. You're watching DC News Now at 4.
Now that shooting happening right as the players and staff were leaving the stage at the end of the parade. This video taken moments after the shots rang out shows some of the chaos in the area. Police telling our sister station they have 2 armed people in custody. Tens of thousands of people had gathered around the station to celebrate the victory. We're still waiting to learn exactly how many people were shot. We'll have the very latest on air and online as soon as we know more.
All right, Annalisa, here at home, we've also been following breaking news all day after 3 D.C. police officers were shot, which was followed by a barricade situation in Southeast.
Definitely a tough day in the district. We were on the air for hours today as that scene unfolded, and as of this afternoon, police have still not taken the suspect and shooter there into custody.
And we have team coverage this afternoon. Marielle Carbone has the latest on the conditions of those officers. Daniel Hamburg is hearing from neighbors who were caught in the chaos this morning.
But we start with our Randy Bass. She's been on the scene all morning. And Randy, what exactly do we know about what's happening at this point?
Yeah, Annalisa, Mark, still very active there. Police continuing to ask people to stay away from Hannah Place and Benning Road in Southeast as this situation continues to unfold there. Almost the entire neighborhood has been blocked off since about 8:30 this morning. Right now, we're nearby in another area of Southeast at the Woody Ward Rec Center, awaiting an update from police, which they tell us could come later tonight. Here's what we know right now, though. Authorities tell us those 3 officers were shot at through a door as they tried to come inside to serve an arrest warrant this morning. A 4th officer was also injured but was not shot. All 4 of them are in the hospital and are doing okay tonight. It's not clear right now if any officers ever fired back at the suspect, who police say as of early this afternoon had continued to shoot off firearms periodically throughout the day. It's not clear if the person they were looking to serve the warrant on is the same person who's been shooting at them. Police are communicating with him over the phone, though. Today, Police Chief Pamela Smith described his behavior as up and down.
We have not made visual contact with him since this morning when the incident occurred with regards to trying to execute the the arrest warrant, forgive me. With regards to his up and down behavior, it appears as though during conversation he seems to communicate very effectively with us, but then there are times he appears to be very agitated.
Yeah, and the warrant at the center of all of this right now stemming from an animal cruelty investigation that happened in conjunction with the Humane Rescue Alliance. That group was also on scene for part of the day today. No more details at this point on that particular investigation. It's also not clear right now how many people or animals, if any at all, may also be inside the home right now. Again, these are answers we're trying to get for you as we continue to press police for more tonight. Live in Southeast, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thank you. And our Marielle Carbone is standing by at Washington MedStar Hospital where those officers were taken. And Marielle, this is tough for sure.
Yeah, Marielle, talk about their conditions right now.
It certainly is, but Annalisa and Mark, certainly it is difficult for all the families and the other members of the police department. But the good news is that we are hearing that these officers are expected to be okay. All 3 of them are being treated here at the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. We also know that a 4th officer was injured, but that was not due to any gunfire, so that is not a gunfire injury in that case. Now, as far as the identities, we do not know who these specific officers are yet, but we do know that they are all male officers. One was shot twice, once in the back, once in the chest, and we are told that his vest did absorb those shots. The other officers were both shot in the lower leg. Now, earlier today, the police union president was here at the hospital checking in on the officers. He tells us that family members were here as well, and Police Chief Pamela Smith also here visiting those officers.
I've had the opportunity to visit our officers at the hospital this morning, as well as Mayor Bowser. Our officers are in good spirit. They seem to be doing okay. Just wanted to make sure everyone had an idea of where we are with where they are in their recovery period right now.
And we have still seen a police presence around the hospital, some MPD cars parked inside the parking lot here. Mark and Annalisa, we did reach out to the hospital to try and get some more updates from them, but we have not heard back, so it's unclear how long the officers will be here, how long they'll be treated before they're released to go home. Reporting live in Northwest, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. Let's head over now to DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg, who's been in the community all afternoon. Daniel, what are they saying?
Well, Mark, people in this neighborhood are rightly frustrated at all the violence they have been seeing. Some people I talked with today couldn't get to their homes right by where this happened, about 150 yards away from where we are right now. The neighbors that I talked with say that they heard about 20 gunshots this morning from that situation, and they were scared and didn't know what was going on outside. The frustration pent up in a lot of people wanting more from leaders in this city to curb this violence. And we also got a hold of some of the audio from the officers this morning. Take a listen to what one of the officers was calling out on the radio after he was shot in what he says was his leg.
My room is right on the other side of the house, and it was so close. I know kids be going to school. I know kids be going to school in the morning, so that's why I got up and went to the door to see what's going on. It's just sad. You gonna get a charge for for animal cruelty, then you gonna turn around and shoot police and make it worse on yourself.
So clearly a lot of people nearby wondering why this had to happen, and of course, again, wanting the city to do more to stop this violence, as we saw those 3 officers shot today. We're live in Southeast. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, thank you. And we're continuing our team coverage of the shooting throughout the evening. You can visit DCNewsNow.com right here to read the latest.
All right, well, switching gears now, taking a live look outside this afternoon to Roslyn. A bit windy out there. You can see the camera shaking a little, Mark.
A little windy, but the sun is shining, so not a bad day at all. Let's head over now to weather forecaster Brittany Ward with the first look at our forecast.
And Brittany, some improvements for this Valentine's Day.
Yeah, you know, it was a bit of a chill in the air as we head through the afternoon, but overall sunshine dominated across the entire area as we head through that 1 o'clock hour. Here's a look at satellite and radar, kind of showing you the overall view. Not really seeing too many clouds across the entire DMV, and it's all thanks to high pressure just off to our northwest. Now, we are keeping our eye out on this warm front that is further off into the west, moving right now into the Ohio Valley. This will work its way into our area as we head into your Thursday, and that could spark up a few more showers. But the good news with this warm front is we're going to be seeing warmer temperatures as we head through your Thursday afternoon. So let's talk about temperatures right now. They are still seasonable across much of the area. 46 currently in the nation's capital. We're in 48 degrees right now in Lexington Park. Lower 50s as you head over there to Culpeper. Still a little bit chilly further off to the north and west. We're seeing those temperatures in the lower 40s. Now, if you have any plans tonight for Valentine's Day, not looking like a bad forecast at all, but you may want to have the jacket on hand. We're going to be holding on to mostly clear skies through much of your Wednesday evening. Temperatures by that 5 o'clock hour going to be dipping down into the lower 40s, holding on to the lower 40s by 7. And then notice as we head into that 9 o'clock hour, we start to see them dip down into the upper 30s. But you factor in those wind chill values, it's going to feel a lot chillier than what the outside temperature is showing you. So a quick look at that 3-day forecast for you guys. Not a bad day to talk about for your Thursday with highs getting into the 50s, but we are tracking some late day showers.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Well, turning now to Maryland, 2 people, including a child, are hurt after a fire tore through a townhome in Prince George's County. It happened shortly after 8 a.m. on Swiss Gap Road in Largo, Maryland. Firefighters used a ladder to rescue that child and adult from the 2nd floor. They're being treated for minor injuries. The cause of that fire is still under investigation this afternoon.
And new details this afternoon in the double stabbing that led to yesterday's shooting at a trade school in Manassas.
DC News Now's Haley Milan covers Northern Virginia for us. She's joining us from the newsroom. Haley, what's the latest from investigators about what led up to this?
Investigators are saying that 26-year-old Philip Austin Bryan stabbed 2 men inside of a trade school building in Manassas yesterday before being shot and killed by 2 Prince William County police officers. Police say Brandt pulled a knife out of his backpack inside of a classroom and began stabbing one of the victims in front of students. He then went into another classroom and stabbed the second victim. One of the men, 23-year-old Elijah Islam Safadi, died at the scene. The other victim, also a 23-year-old man who's not been identified yet, was transported to a hospital where he remains in critical condition. Police say they received multiple 911 calls from inside the training center just before 3:30 p.m. yesterday. When 2 officers arrived on the scene, they say they encountered Brandt at the entrance outside of the building, instructing him to drop his knife. He didn't do so, and he moved forward towards the officers. So they fired their duty weapons. Brandt died at the scene. The critical incident response team, comprised of other law enforcement agencies in the region, is handling the investigation to ensure a transparent and fair process, as this did involve Prince William County police officers. In the newsroom, Haley Milon, DC News Now.
All right, Haley, thank you. Well, over to Hagerstown now. Construction on the Flying Boxcars baseball stadium in the area is nearly complete. And tonight we know the official name of that stadium. It will now be called Meritus Park. Both the team and Meritus agreed to a partnership where Meritus serves as the team's sports medicine provider. Meritus Park will also host several health programs and events. The Flying Boxcars home at Meritus Park is now scheduled for May 3rd there.